What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge. On today's video, we are unboxing an animation Funko Pop haul. Alright guys, welcome back to another Funko Pop unboxing here on the channel. As I said, today is anime themed. I've received a ton of parcels this past week. I've still got more to come next week as well, but a lot of it was anime, so I've pulled all of that out to do it into one video. The rest of the stuff we will show next week with the rest of the parcels. We've got a ton of stuff here. Well, I'm just looking at it off to my right here. Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, lots of Naruto, Black Clover, there may be one other thing. My Hero Academia, how could I forget that? I'm repping the Bakugo t-shirt here. So yeah, lots of Crunchyroll exclusives that I've got from one of my friends who gets stuff over from the US. You know what, we'll start with one of those Crunchyroll exclusives and we'll start with Demon Slayer. Is there a date yet? You know what, it may... I'm actually filming this the day before, so it's Friday for me now. You guys are seeing this video on Saturday. There may have been an announcement today from what I heard. Not too sure. If there is, I'll put a comment below, but I think it was somewhere around April 2023 when the new season was going to come out. But I did actually pick up the 4-pack Crunchyroll exclusive Demon Slayer 4-pack Crunchyroll exclusive. That kind of sounds a bit messed up, but you guys can see it, and it does feature a glow-in-the-dark figure, which is Zenitsu. And funnily enough, I've never actually shown these figures off on the channel before. I got them, I feel that they came out ages ago, no? 2 years? Maybe a little bit less, can't entirely remember, but they did all come out singularly, and then, yeah, Funko, like they have done quite a lot recently, then went and released all of them again in a 4-pack, except they just made one of the figures glow in the dark. I mean, I'm giving you guys quick spins of all of the figures here, but the, yeah, the Zenitsu one is the one that does glow in the dark, and I'd seen, like, the glam shots, so I was like, you know what? It looks really cool. I think I want it in my collection. And what my goal was to like get all of the commons, like the single commons, I should say, signed by the voice actors eventually. Like, they're pretty prominent voice actors. I did actually, unfortunately, miss Zach Aguila. He was scheduled for Northern Ireland Comic Con last year, and then he unfortunately had to cancel, but I'm sure the rest will come in. So I figured, you know what, we'll get the 4-pack for like an actual out-of-box display, and yeah, especially because of that glow on Zenitsu, which we've actually got 2 or 3 other glows as well to open up, so we'll check all of the glows out at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. And we'll stick with the Crunchyroll exclusives as well as a multi-pack. Well, this one just a 2-pack. I did get the Crunchyroll exclusive 2-pack of Todoroki and Endeavor. And it is actually similar to that Demon Slayer 4-pack where they just grouped 2 figures together. I suppose worst of all is that nothing's actually changed. It's literally 2 commons. There's not even like a glow feature or anything like that. Just 2 commons put together now in one box of father and son. But yeah, both figures are still really cool. Again, I've actually never like shown these off on the channel before. You know what, I don't think, like I know I have the Todoroki figure for sure. I have the glow in the dark version, but I've actually never taken it out of the, well, I did check the glow once, but I never like showed it off on the channel before is what I'm saying. And then the Endeavor figure, I'm not sure if I own this one because there were 2 Endeavor figures, and the one that I do have, again, never shown it off on the channel. I didn't show a lot of my early My Hero Academia stuff on the channel when I was collecting it. I think I was on like a big break from the channel, to be honest. Wasn't sure if I was going to continue, and then kind of got the love back, and now I don't feel it's ever going to go away, so don't you guys worry about like future content not coming. But yeah, I picked up like the glow in the dark Endeavor, which I think was like an Amazon exclusive. I think I picked it up from Game though, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I think this one may be different, but my goal here anyway was to hopefully get the 2 voice actors to get this 2-pack signed, right? Like we do get quite a few My Hero Academia voice actors come over to the UK for Comic-Cons, certainly in recent years anyway, so I was hoping that we may get these 2 to come over, because I think it would be such an awesome 2-pack to get signed. And now I did pick up 2 more Crunchyroll exclusives, but we've got one more My Hero Academia figure to check out first. It is the Chalice Collectibles exclusive overhaul. I actually picked this up from popfigures.com. It was like 20 or so quid. I thought it was a pretty good deal, and the thing is, the overhaul voice actor, so I actually own this figure already. I picked it up, 1 to 2 years ago now when it came out. It was exclusive to HMV over here in the UK. I think I paid like 16, 17 pounds. It's when I feel within the last sort of year, my knowledge in terms of buying and everything has got so much better. I definitely like overspent on certain things, and I did used to buy exclusives when they came to HMV. Having said that though, I do also feel that the like anime pops in general have been going like to stores like wider, right? They're more prevalent now because of FunkoEurope.com as well. But even in stores like Smith's Toys, you see massive, like a massive anime section, which wasn't the case like a couple of years ago, to be perfectly honest. I'm actually just checking the bottom. Yeah, 2021. So I think it was September 2021 when this figure was released. I think I may have shown it off before, may have not. Still pretty cool, but yeah, the main reason I got it, so I was saying that I do already own the figure, but the voice actor, is it Kellen Groff? I think that might be his name, something along those lines, maybe I've got it wrong. But he is actually going to be at MCM London in May. So I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to get the Chalice Collectibles version. I just think it will look nicer than that really old crappy special edition sticker. Get him to sign this one to add to my signed My Hero Academia collection. And yeah, the other one I'll then use for an eventual out-of-box display. But yeah, I think like looking at it, like I'm pretty certain I actually never took this out of the box before. Yeah, it's a really cool looking figure. And now back to the Crunchyroll exclusives. The next one I picked up was the Black Clover Mereoleona Vermilion, which is glow in the dark and exclusive. Again, I do have this figure already, but I actually think the light, yeah, typical. The two, no, it's those two. Yeah, typical. The light is shining. The reflection of the light is on the two figures. I actually got Suyu here signed by Monica Rial, as well as, oh no, sorry, that's Eri. She's up there because, yeah, Fairy Tail. So you can probably see Mira Jane actually. So yeah, Mira Jane and Suyu signed by Monica Rial. She also voiced Mereoleona in Black Clover. And I know she's been to the UK a couple of times. I'm hoping she does come back soon, and I figured we'll get this one signed. I did already pick up the like special edition sticker one off of FunkoEurope.com, and I have shown the figure off on the channel before. But it's still a really cool figure. I am watching Black Clover at the moment. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm about 110 episodes in, I think. We're still on like, I think we're kind of reaching the end of that elf war arc. I'm sure there's a more proper name for it, but yeah, I've seen Mereoleona in action. Such a badass character, and yeah, like I said, I wanted to really pick this one up to add to my collection. Even though that Crunchyroll store exclusive sticker, it's not like the greatest, it's a little bit boring, but I really feel the orange kind of goes with Mereoleona, and I just think it would be pretty cool to get this one signed as opposed to that special edition sticker again. But yeah, this one, as I said, does also glow in the dark. We have shown it off before, but we will show it off again along with that Zenitsu at the end of the video, so make sure you keep watching. And now, apart from the Endeavour, and maybe I guess you could count the glow-in-the-dark Zenitsu, every other figure that I've shown off so far I did already have in my collection. That is not the same as Formal Levi. This one is new into the collection. I like saw it was coming to Crunchyroll like as an exclusive, and I'd never like seen the sticker. Well, or had I seen? Maybe I had seen the sticker. Was this the first one that had the sticker actually? I think it may have been, and I was like, you know what? I always like to get different stickers and funky things. Like, it still has to fit within my collection. I won't just go and buy a Funko Pop just for the sake of having a really cool, different looking wild sticker. It still has to fit within things that I collect. But yeah, I do like to get different unique stickers. And I saw this and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and pick this one up. Like, if you buy directly from Crunchyroll, at least this is my experience, their shipping costs are outrageous to ship to the UK. So yeah, you definitely have to get a contact, reshipper, or like hope that one of like, you know, Danny and Jazz, Double Box Toys, etc., the guys that stock US stickered exclusives, get one in and then you can purchase from them. But yeah, I had a friend pick this up for me. Yeah, just pretty cool. Love Attack on Titan. It comes back, I think we're like a month away, right? I think it's like towards the end of March, at least in terms of the sub version will be coming end of March. I guess the dub is normally like, I think they're like 2 or 3 weeks behind normally. But I have to say, I've only ever watched the sub version. I will go back to watch the dubbed version eventually, just to see it in a whole different light. Such an amazing show. But yeah, this figure, really cool. Levi, one of the best characters, quite probably the best. I think he is my favourite, and he's like a favourite amongst many others. But yeah, formal Levi here, looking very, well, I guess formal, right? And if we are showing off formal Levi, we also have to show off Erwin too. New into my collection, I have now got all the figures from that wave. Yeah, I'm only missing a couple Attack on Titan ones now. They're all like the really expensive ones. So Armin is missing, Sasha is missing. Are there any others? There's like the black and white Colossal Titan, but I'm not massively interested in that one, to be honest. I think they did like a black and white Eren as well. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Were there any other characters that they've released? I mean, I suppose I don't have my Ymir's Titan in yet, which is really weird. Like, I've seen her in shops for ages, but I don't know, Pop Figures just haven't got it in yet, and that's who I made all my my pre-orders with for that latest wave of figures. They sent everything else, just not Ymir's Titan, for whatever reason, I don't know. But this is Erwin anyway, guys. Adding this one to the collection. The arm is missing. I think that's quite a nice detail. How many Funko Pops do we have where that arm is missing and it's just like a flat sleeve essentially, right? But yeah, in his gear. I mean, Erwin was also an incredibly popular character. I won't say too much if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, but yeah, cool figure and really happy to add it to the collection. One figure I'd love for them to make another Erwin figure though on a horse as like a pop ride. I think that would look absolutely epic, but yeah. I guess we have to see in the future what other Attack on Titan Funko Pops we're going to get. So what do we have next? Well, actually, we may as well do Jujutsu Kaisen because, yeah, all the rest are actually Naruto and do they... Yeah, I guess the other two are Boruto. You'll see what I mean in a second, but yeah, here we go then. Yuji Itadori with Sukuna's mouth. This is the Hot Topic Expo exclusive. And this is a really, really weird looking Funko Pop. I mean, it is like the 300th iteration we've had of Itadori. I am, of course, joking, but how many of Itadori have they made already in the first wave of Jujutsu Kaisen Funko Pops? But yeah, as I said, it's such a weird pop. Just because of that mouth, it kind of looks pretty sickening, to be honest. Funko Pops don't... It's kind of rare that they have a mouth. Normally it's like a specific character quirk or something like that. I'm just kind of looking around the room at all of my Funko Pops, and yeah, I'm seeing like the... what was he, like the head vampire, whatever his name was from The Strain off to my side. He has a mouth. But yeah, everyone else... Maybe some of the vampires from True Blood, they have mouths because they show their teeth. But again, like I said, it's really just more of a quirk for a particular figure. Majority of them do not have mouths. And then you, of course, have this one, Itadori here, with that Sukuna's mouth right on the side. It just looks so kind of freaky, but very, very cool at the same time. And yeah, I mean, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. If you guys have watched before, I've shown off most of the pops now. I'm trying to think. I do still need that Chalice Collectibles Gojo. And there's maybe like one or two more that need to still come in from pre-orders that I've made. Like some of the exclusives. But yeah, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. Need to watch Season 1 again before Season 2 comes out. This show, though, I don't think we have a date just yet for Season 2, right? Unless someone does know, and if you do, please let me know in the comments section below. And then everything else is Naruto and Boruto. We'll start with the namesake character himself, Naruto Uzumaki. These are like, most of these, what, four... Actually, you know what? We've got 4 older ones and 4 new ones. First, this one is Naruto Uzumaki in his running pose. That very kind of famous Naruto run that's become like a meme, just like a massive thing now in pop culture, right? Naruto is in general though. When I went to like to Montpellier, France, and we did a Funko Pop hunt there back in like, yeah, it was over New Year's, right? And just didn't realize how big anime was there, but I certainly didn't realize how big that Naruto itself is in France. It's huge. It's like the 5th highest, I think I read that somewhere, like the 5th highest, or 5th most popular, I guess is more the correct term, entertainment product in France. That is just crazy. But yeah, typical Naruto, or like the Naruto run, as I said, we call it. I'm kind of losing my words here now. But yeah, still very cool. Needed that for my collection, so yeah, decided to add it. Similarly with the next one, which is Sakura. It is the only Sakura figure they have made so far. And I get it. She's like, well, I do feel that some of the Naruto fan base is toxic, right? I see these like polls, what do you think is the most toxic anime fan base? And I actually see that My Hero Academia seems to trounce all of them. But I've never really been in any discussions and whatnot about My Hero Academia, so to me, I've never like kind of seen it being toxic. And when I speak to a lot of the voice actors, everyone just seems always happy about My Hero Academia. But yeah, I always see it's like always like on those polls, like I said, so high in terms of like the toxicity, whereas I have seen a lot of toxicity, that's a tough word for me to say, for Naruto, and a lot of it is directed at Sakura, calling her trash, calling her this, calling her that. I think it has become like a meme and a joke now. I don't know if there is so much hate for her, because I think she was like either second or third in that poll that they've done for like who's going to get a new manga, right? I think Minato is leading, and I think then it may have been Sakura, maybe Itachi was third. I mean, I love Itachi, he's my favourite character, but I personally would like to see this thing of Minato. I'd like to see his story explored more. He was also one of my favourite characters, whereas I kind of feel like Sakura, she's kind of involved in that new Sasuke storyline as well. Does she really need like a separate thing on her own? I'm not too sure. I definitely feel like Minato would be more interesting. But yeah, the Sakura pop, as I said, the only one they've made so far, which I do think is a bit weird because she is a super main character. But yeah, I guess it's just comes down to popularity, right? And I just mentioned his name. I am, of course, talking about the 4th Hokage, Minato Namikaze here. This is the one in the different pose. I didn't have this in my collection just yet. It is the final one I needed to complete this wave, and it's of him bending down in that, like, kind of iconic pose, I guess, with the kunai in hand. I did own, or do own, I should say, the one with the Rasengan. I actually own the common as well as the chase version for it. Chase version just glows in the dark. That's the only difference, if you guys did wonder. But yeah, this one really cool. The Hokage jacket there, almost like flowing in the wind. You know, essentially like an action pose, right? Coming down the yellow flash of the Hidden Leaf Village. I mean, yeah, just such a cool pop. Was such a cool character. I really do like Minato. He may even be my second favourite after Itachi, to be perfectly honest. I haven't really ever done like a list of who I think. Like, I feel Naruto has so many great characters, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, Minato definitely was one of them. And we go from the 4th Hokage to the 5th Hokage. I did pick up 2 versions of Lady Tsunade here. We have the original one, which is just her in, well, I was going to say like standard pose, but they're like the same poses. I'll show you guys like close-ups of the figure in a moment. But yeah, this is just her like not really using any powers or anything like that. It does also mean I have completed that wave now, because we did just show off the Naruto Uzumaki running. And then this is a newly released figure, the Tsunade with Creation Rebirth. Yeah, it does actually say Creation Rebirth there on the front. Special edition sticker, pardon me. I did actually pick this up from Pop Culture in Australia, but it has since released on FunkoEurope.com. On the back is the latest wave of Naruto figures that they released. Well, I say latest wave because kind of, is this now not the latest wave? But these are exclusives, actually. They never really show exclusives on the back, but I do have all of those, unless you count like the Madara Uchiha one. I do only have the glow-in-the-dark one, but I'm never too interested to get like the glow-in-the-dark and then the regular version as well. We'll start with the OG one then first, where she doesn't have the markings on the face, but she does of course have the blue diamond on her forehead, almost standing in like a ready to fight pose with that green jacket. Yeah, what else can you say really? You know, good detail on the hair. It does make the figure like quite big though, I have to say, like in terms of like this, like both the width and the depth of it, especially, you know, important things if you are displaying figures out of box. But yeah, if we then go on to the Creation Rebirth one, as you guys can see, it is the exact same pose. It's just she has the markings over the face and on her chest area. Though, you know what, actually looking at them side by side now, the on her like clothing, whatever you want to call it, the bit underneath, the sash, wrapper out, I don't know, I've never really been one for fashion, guys. She does, like, the detail is a little bit better maybe on the newer figure. Is it better? I don't know, it's just a bit different, I guess. There's kind of a few more lines rather than just one kind of straight black line. I mean, let me put them side by side so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, The rest of the figure, exactly the same. Maybe they could have done her in a slightly different pose. I think the hair maybe, it's hard to tell in the light. I don't know if it is slightly lighter on the new one as well. But yeah, Tsunade was still a pretty decent character. I know she's not one of the more favoured Hokages, but I thought she was pretty decent, pretty funny. You know, she added to the storyline quite a bit. And yeah, I quite liked her, and I quite like these pops. And the final regular size Funko Pop we have to show off, guys, the newly released Madara Uchiha here, which, yeah, again, a lot of people criticize this because they've just really added one tiny little detail to the Toby figure, which you guys will see is the Sharingan eye, but this figure does glow in the dark. Now, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, did I actually see glam shots of the glow? I'm not sure I did, you know, so I don't know if it is actually just the Sharingan eye or if it is the mask, other parts of the Akatsuki robes with the clouds. I can't entirely remember, but I do get where people are coming from. You know, they've literally taken the exact same mold of figure and just plopped that eye in there, and that's it, right? Like, they haven't changed it at all, which is a bit disappointing. We could have got it in a different pose, but it's something that Funko have been doing a lot. You know, especially with the die-hard collectors, I guess people like me. I mean, I felt this figure was only had like a mild bit of difference, but I still kind of wanted it, to be honest. I still think it adds to the collection to an extent, like, especially if you're, you know, I feel when you're displaying as well, you are kind of telling a story, to be perfectly honest, in some of your displays. So I kind of felt that this one was relevant, but yeah, I think the one that I definitely wanted and that most people wanted would have been like the Obito in the War Mask. That figure, I mean, I'm pretty certain they're going to make it, but when they do, when they do, if they do, when they do, they should make it, right? I think that figure's going to look sick, but yeah, this is the final glow-in-the-dark one, so we'll check out all three of those glows in just a minute. We've got two more figures left to show off. And the final two figures are actually part of the Boruto line, even though I think they haven't shown up in Boruto just yet. Maybe they have in flashbacks. In fact, I think most of the characters in this series actually haven't shown up in Boruto. I don't know, I haven't watched Boruto yet, so I'm not entirely sure. Just trying to go off what I've read, what I've seen, etc, etc. If you hadn't guessed already, I am, of course, talking about the Hokage series. We have Hashirama Senju here, and we also have his brother, Tobirama Senju, the first and second Hokage, and it does actually have, as you guys can see there, I hope it is in focus for you, that Hokage series sticker, which I think is a nice addition. These are special edition ones. I did pick these up from Pop Culture in Australia. I think they're GameStop exclusives in the US. I mean, I have showed these off before in a short, but yeah, there's the back, as you guys can see, but it does just have the rest of the figures in silhouettes. But we have, of course, already seen Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage. He should be releasing fairly soon. And then for Funko Fair, they actually showed off the fourth Hokage, Minato, as well. I'm a little bit disappointed, though, with the Minato one. I didn't really want him wearing the hat, but yeah, that's a discussion for another day. Let's check out the first two Hokages. And so the first Hokage, of course, goes first. Hashirama Senju, the god of shinobi. Very, very cool. Holding the leaf there with the Hokage outfit, holding down the hat. Very, very cool. Like it's perfect for the Leaf Village, right? Holding that leaf. Then you have in the background, of course, his face sculpture. Is sculpture the right word? I guess it is, right? It's like sculpted into the mountain, similar to Mount Rushmore, right, of Konoha Village with the 7 Hokages. Yeah, because we've got these 7 in this set. Who's going to be the 8th Hokage? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But yeah, we've got the stairs there as well as those buildings. There's nothing on the back, that's why I haven't shown you guys the back. But these are like interconnecting sets to make up this essential Mount Rushmore of Konoha. And then we have Tobirama next, also very, very cool there. I've seen a couple of complaints though. One is that he doesn't have his cloak, which I tend to agree with. I think that would have been pretty cool because we don't have that in like Funko Pop format just yet. The other thing that people have complained about, this is actually something that I did notice when I did that short, is the little house there. I'll put these two next to each other in a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But the little house, like the roof and the like, I don't know what you call it, railings or whatever, like the bits, trim maybe is a good word around the house, isn't actually painted the same colour. As you guys can see, it's like the same colour as the rest of like the bedrock, right? So that's pretty disappointing. I may try and find someone. I'm not really good with that kind of stuff, like painting and whatnot, so I might try someone who can like paint that for me, because it is really annoying when you put them up together. But yeah, the other thing I've seen, now that we've seen like Minato as well with the hat on, that's the thing, I didn't quite like that, but a lot of people also don't like the fact that he's wearing the hat, because they're now like, well, Tobirama's the only one who then probably won't be wearing the hat, and it just looks weird, looks different. I mean, we've still got Tsunade, Kakashi and Naruto to come, so yeah, we don't entirely know, but yeah, I kind of feel Minato maybe holding down the hat would have been a bit better. But yeah, this is Tobirama, still very, very cool. The sculpture in the background for him looks fantastic as well. Yeah, these are just so awesome. And then here we go, guys. This is them together. As you can see, it looks very, very cool. But yeah, that one thing, that little house there, unpainted, that does bother me a lot. But yeah, I really cannot wait to get the rest in. Like I said, Hiruzen should release fairly soon. And then I guess Minato has just been announced. So we're probably like 3+ months away from him. And then I'm hoping Tsunade will probably get announced at some point in the next 3 to 4 months as well. And that is everything opened up for today's video. But just before we get out of here, guys, let's check out the glows on those 3 pops. And we'll start with Mereoleona, because I have shown her off on the channel before. If memory serves me right, it is just the flames. Yeah, it is indeed. Very nice though. Oranges, reds, yellows, even that kind of greeny glowy colour that we get sometimes. I think it could have been just a bit better if they made her hair glow as well as those little red bits around the eyes. But yeah, that is still a pretty cool glow. We'll do Madara up next. Even though this is the newest figure, I don't think the glow is going to be too spectacular. It is just the eye as well as the Akatsuki Rose, like the cloud and the zipper. At least that's what it felt like in terms of that texture you get for the glow in the dark parts. Let's see. Yeah, there we go, guys. Red just does not like do well at all. Red glow paint, it has gone already. I can't even see it with my own eyes. So yeah, not great. And especially the fact that they've just replaced it with that Sharingan eye. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a disappointing figure, to be honest. So last but certainly not least, we have Zenitsu. As I said, the glam shots made this glow look absolutely amazing. I did see some shots from some fellow collectors on Instagram and Facebook though, but let's see for ourselves. Boom. Yeah, look at that, guys. That is really cool. The yellow and the orange on the robes, on the hair. Yeah, that is a really, really cool glow. Yeah, I think Funko did really well with that one, but yeah, putting all the rest as just those same commons in a 4-pack, not too sure about that. There we go then, guys. That is everything, and that is also going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. I want to know what your guys' favourite anime is and what your favourite anime Funko Pop is. And as always, we've got plenty more content on the way for you guys. In tomorrow's video, we are continuing with our series of Naruto Kai unboxings, kind of keeping with the anime theme. As I mentioned, I've got more Funko Pop parcels due in next week. Obviously, the things that I didn't show off in today's video, we can show off as well. I just wanted to keep that anime theme going. As I said, we've got a Star Wars hot toy coming next week. We haven't decided which one we're going to show off yet. That will be Wednesday's video, by the way. It's not going to be Mandalorian themed. We're just waiting for the series to come. We're going to actually show a Mandalorian hot toy the week before. We've got 2 really cool ones, either Mandalorian with the blurg or a Mandalorian 1/4 scale epic hot toy. We're going to show one of those off the week before, and then one of those the day of the show's debut, the season 3 debut, and then one each week as the show progresses. I think there are only like 8 or 10 episodes, but I'm pretty sure we do have multiple Mandalorian hot toys. But yeah, next week's one is still going to be Star Wars related, just not Mandalorian related. So tons more content to come for you guys. Make sure you stay tuned for all of it and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple. Subscribe. Hit, click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.